we're here to check out these Apidura Backcountry series bags on the most impractical bike we could find, which is the carbon fiber Tipo with 25mm tires, and we're going to go travel the back roads and see how it goes. This is the Apidura Backcountry 9-liter saddle bag, which you fix on the seat post and below the saddle. It goes, most of your luggage goes stuffs in here. You stuff it in properly, and if you see, we have a little bit of string here, a bungee cord kind of string, which is used to tie up anything on the outside, probably a pair of slippers, a sandal, or maybe some food stuff which you can just hang off from the edge. Here you can put in your tail light or something which hangs backwards, which faces backwards, so it adds to increase visibility. This bag is water resistant, so it is good for most weather conditions. You can go ride out in the rain, in light rain, and still have a good time and have dry clothes at the end of the day. So this bag has a nice hard casing at the bottom which sits on the seat post. It is stiff, as you can hear it, you can see it. So it holds its position, it doesn't move around too much when you're riding, even on bad roads, even when you're jumping around on your mountain bike, whether you're riding a cyclist cross or you have a gravel bike, something which is really popular these days. You can use this on any bike and it really holds its space. You stuff your bag with as much luggage as you want, and depending on how much luggage you have, that much empty space you will find. And once you have your luggage packed in, you fold this up backwards, roll it till the point where it's become completely full, there's no empty space left, and then you lock it with this. It goes around and you lock it right there. And you loop up the thing. And when you're going to be riding solo very often, so the best way to hold your bike is with your legs. You hold the rear wheel, so you have the bike in a nice comfortable position. This little loop goes in here, then we can just clip it in and you're done. So we can take your tail light and fix it on this loop here, and that's it. And you can face the rear, you get a nice angle so your light is perfectly visible. This is Apidura Backcountry handlebar pack, which is 11 liters. So as you can see, it's quite long. And if you're using it on a mountain bike or any flat bar bike, you can use it to its maximum length and just fold it once, like this. But since we're using it on a drop bar bike, we have to use only this much as usable space, and the rest we fold it. So how do we fold it? We take it, we loop it backwards, we loop it till we come to the empty spot, and then we simply put it together. When you're packing these bags, you have to make sure that all the main heaviest part of the stuff should come in the middle. Everything should be center aligned. If it's to the left or to the right, it's going to shift weight while you're riding, and that's going to hamper your handling. So keep everything in the center, and then you can tie up your bag. This bag comes with an additional pouch which you can fit in front. You have clips over here which it goes into these clips. Over here, 3 clips. So it comes up front here, so additional space, some more food stuff or something you want to keep in there, maybe some lights or something which you need right at hand. You want to keep it out here in front on top. So how do we mount this? We have 3 straps here, 1, 2 and 3. This goes around the stem, this goes on the handlebar, these 2. So you want to put these equidistant from the center. This is my favorite Apidura bag because it is directly related to food. You keep your food stuff here, hang it on the handlebar, and you munch along the way. While I do not have any food in here, I have something slightly more colorful. A flower. I can't eat this, but the next time I hope to have some food in here so that I don't starve to death. So after a long ride in the hot sun with these backcountry bags from Apidura, I have kind of started liking it now. The bags are really cool because they can, as you can see, we mount it on even on a road bike. You can mount it on a hybrid, on a gravel bike, whatever you have, it works on that. And I love the flexibility of this bike, of these bags, which they give you when you go out riding. You can use it for a short ride like a brevet or even a weekend ride, a weekend getaway. You can fill up some little bit of stuff in there and not overfill it, and you can still be good. If you want to do a much longer ride, you are going for a month-long ride or something, you have options of putting up a
frame bag, or you can put an extra bag on the front up there. You even have fork bags. So you have a lot more, and you have a little nice pouches on the top tube which go there, which work out really well for food and knickknacks. But other than that, for a small, quick ride, these two bags are more than enough for me. I find that you can stuff all your clothes in the handlebar bag and other stuff which is a little more firmer, harder, heavier, and saddle bag. The bags remain really firm, they don't move around too much when you're riding. I rode on some gravelly roads, I rode on some good tarmac, I rode on a variety of roads on 25mm tires at 100 psi. Bags remain stable. I did not feel the bag swinging around when I was taking turns. It felt really good. What I really like is the fabric, the material of the bag. It feels really nice and firm. It doesn't feel flimsy, it doesn't feel like it's going to tear easily. It feels like it is built to last. And I really like that about these bags. These bags are not fully waterproof though. They are water resistant. They will keep your stuff dry to an extent. On the other hand, the Expedition series on the other hand are fully waterproof. You also get a race series, which is a different thing made for endurance racing, different format of bags from Apidura. But these are the backcountry ones, good for riding like what I'm planning to do, what I'm doing right now. So these bags, they're very easy to fix onto your bike. It just takes a couple of minutes to put both these bags on your bike and to remove them. So you don't waste time in the morning or in the evening when you finish your ride or starting in the morning. So it gives you a lot of ease of use. On the downside of bikepacking bags, of course, nothing is perfectly positive. There are downsides as well. The downside of this bag or any bikepacking bag is that you do not have as much space as on a pannier rack setup. So it does have a little less space, but the good thing is that you end up carrying the essentials. You do not carry all that you have in your house. So it makes the bike lighter, it makes the bike easier to maneuver, it makes the bike ride and more enjoyable. But you cannot carry everything you have in your house. So yeah, it's a positive and a negative. Another small downside with the bikepacking setup is that you have to pack your stuff in really well. If you do not pack it well, you're not going to have a good time, you're going to be fidgeting with it. So once you've learned the art of packing your bikepacking bags, it is beautiful. Also, you want to pack it in a way that you keep your essentials on the outside, so as you need it, you can immediately reach for it. You do not need to open up all your stuff to get to what you want. So it takes a bit of getting used to, it takes a bit of time to get used to, but it really works. One important thing which I would like to mention is that I see a lot of people riding road bikes and other bikes in India traveling 100 to 200 kilometers on the bicycle, in which they carry the stuff in a backpack and on the back, and that is really bad because that can give you terrible back injuries over a period of time. I never recommend that either. If you're wanting to carry a lot of stuff, pannier system is good. If not, a bikepacking system is perfect to carry for your weekend, and this is something which I really recommend. There are a lot of brands in India now, Apidura is one of them, and I am quite digging the entire material, the setup, everything about these bags. Also, I would like to say thanks to Zero Bistro out here who are allowing me to shoot here and who provided me a lovely lunch. So thanks to Zero Bistro as well for helping us out here. The backcountry bags come in multiple sizes. So as you saw, that's an 11-liter handlebar bag and that's a 9-liter tail bag. But you get multiple sizes, smaller, bigger. So you can choose what you want. You can see what kind of riding you do more often. Accordingly, you can pick up a bag which suits your size, which suits your requirements. And when you plan it your way, these bags feel tailor-made for you and for your bike. So the mounting systems are really secure and it feels really planted on any kind of bike which you will use. Apidura bags are available on duchaki.com, so you can check it out over there along with other bicycle accessories. You can find it on duchaki.com.